Lord using science. Now, today we're going to talk about a wonder that hasn't happened yet, but we get to look forward to it. In 1 Thessalonians, Paul tells us this. Take a look. For the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a cry of command, with the voice of an archangel and the sound of the trumpet of God. And the dead in Christ will rise first. Then those who are alive, who are left, will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. And so we will always be with the Lord. Wow, what a wonder to think about. Does that make you excited? Think about it. With him, what a wonder to behold. But until then, there are many other wonders in the sky that we can see right now. Here's one of them. Have you ever seen this before? This is called Aurora Borealis, or Northern Lights. And they generally happen way up north in the Arctic Circle. But do you remember last year? There were a few days that we could see them all the way down here in Kentucky. The Aurora Borealis is a spectacular show of dancing lights in the sky. This phenomenon occurs when charged particles, too small for us to even see, called electrons, are pushed by the sun's solar winds and interact with the magnetic field of Earth. The molecules inside Earth's magnetic field get excited because of all the energy that those solar winds bring. And the color is given off that you see here when all of that energy gets released and those molecules in Earth's magnetic field fall back down to their resting, calm state. They give off these colors. Now, regularly we see blue and green, and sometimes even purple, but there are rare occasions when you can see pinks, yellows, whites, and even oranges. So, does anybody have any idea why God created the earth with a magnetic field or how it works? Teachers, pause the video and give kids a chance to answer. All right, are you back with me? Were there lots of different ideas? Now let's talk about it. God created the earth's core as molten. Remember, that means it's liquid. The rocks and the metal there are so hot that they're liquid and they're flowing around just like water does. Well, that molten core swirls around and creates huge electrical currents. Those currents are what creates the magnetic field around the earth. And it's a good thing too. God created that and designed it this way, and it protects us from harmful things in space, like solar radiation, cosmic rays, and even particles. Take a look at this. This is an illustration rather, of an interaction between the solar winds from the sun and Earth's magnetic force field. When the solar winds push our magnetic field, the field bends and shapes and gets distorted a little bit. Without those, it would sort of look like this. All of the magnetic field lines would be even and running from the magnetic north to the magnetic south and back again. In other words, God designed a force field around us, almost like Star Wars, to protect us. Now, let's talk about magnets for just a minute, because that's really what a magnetic field is. It's magnets interacting. Okay, I have a magnet here. Doesn't have anything on it. Have you ever played with a magnet before? Yeah? Have you tried to put two ends of magnets together before and they really didn't want to go? They kind of pushed each other away or repelled. But then if you flipped one of those two magnets around, then they attracted one another together. That's because, just like the Earth, magnets have a north magnetic pole and a south magnetic pole. And if you have similar poles, they're going to repel or push each other away. And if you have opposite poles, they're going to attract one another. The magnetic field refers to the area around the magnet where the forces still occur. Okay, now let's talk about something else. Let's talk about, can't get it, hold on, a compass. This is a very small compass, and you guys are going to have some of these here in just a second. Do you know how a compass works? Might there be something magnetic about it? Teachers, pause the video for just a second and take some answers from kiddos on how compasses work. All right, welcome back. So if you said yes, there's a magnet inside, you were kind of right. There's not a magnet, but there is something that magnets attract inside. There are metal objects inside every compass, even these tiny little compasses here. So what do they interact with? Well, they can interact with magnets like the one I have here. And you guys are going to get to explore with those in just a moment. But actually, the way a compass works to show us where we're going on Earth is it interacts with the magnetic field of Earth around us. Look around. Do you see the magnetic field? Can you see lines of the Earth's magnetic field going through the room around you right now? No, you can't. They're invisible. But we can see the result of the magnetic force right here by experimenting with a magnet, magnetic material, and compasses. Okay, guys, I hope that you have learned so much, that you have explored God's wonders, and that you are ready to go out and tell others about them. I've really enjoyed being with you in Wonder Junction this week, and I hope to see you back very soon.